Do not allow FOMO to prevent you from taking your spot in heaven. I'm telling you this right now. These people don't matter. Stop trying to be a part of the gang. Stop trying to be a part of the world. They are going to bring you nothing but destruction. You are supposed to be influencing the world. The world should not be influencing you. And the thing about it is, because you've lived in the world for so long, you making this change kind of makes it a little bit difficult for you. And I understand. Trust me, I've been there. I've done that. But I just want you to know, a lot of these people don't matter. Okay, and when you keep your eyes on God, when you put your focus on Him, He will put the right people in your path. He will put the right people in your path. The fear of missing out is preventing you from becoming closer to God. When I first got saved, one of the things that I had to go through was this isolation season where I was in this isolation by myself. I did not go out. I wasn't going out with friends. I had cut a lot of people off. I was going to the gym, going home, practicing what my skills are, my trades, and just studying up on things that I needed to do to improve my life. I was doing things to improve my life. And that was about like 4 to 6 months. I can't remember how long it was, to be very honest. But I was in this isolation phase. And during this season, the fire had been ignited. Like, my desire to be close to God had been ignited, and I was on fire, and I still am on fire. Don't get me wrong. Like, I am on fire for God. I feel even more so now. But at the time, I was on so much fire for God that I literally wanted to like envelope myself in Him. Like, I wanted Him to be in my life 24/7. Everything I could think about was God. Was, everything I could do, everything I was doing was bringing up God and the goodness of His blessings and everything He's been doing for me in my life, and He's always been doing for me in my life. And during this isolation season, don't get me wrong, like, it was not an easy season. Like, I was going through some things, but still I had this feeling of worshiping Him and wanting to get close to Him. And my fear was, okay, so once I get out of this isolation season, because my issue wasn't that I felt like I wasn't going to be able to make friends. My issue was, how am I going to be able to make friends that are not going to consider me crazy or weird for always wanting to talk about God, for always wanting to involve myself in God? I mean, you guys have to understand, I live in the city of Atlanta. So when I first moved here, everything was clubbing, partying, drinking, smoking. Like, everything was very much so worldly. And you live in Atlanta and you're like, okay, now I'm on fire for God. Where am I going to find people that will bring me close to God? And honestly, I don't remember praying to God about this, but all I know is that God be doing His thing. So He eventually guided me, and I don't know if I need to get in depth with it, but long story short, He put me in a community of people that are on fire for God, that are pretty cool people. They're not like, what you would consider a stereotypical church person. They're not judgmental. They're kind. They will keep you accountable. They have things going on for themselves. They're young, and they're really nice people. Don't get me wrong. I'm also cool with the older Christian folks, but it's always good to see people that are just like you, that are living the way that you would like to live. And I'm telling you right now, some of you are feeling this feeling of, if I don't wear this, or if I don't go to this place, like this club or this party, if I don't do the drinking, or if I don't, they're going to think I'm lame. They're going to think that I'm not, I'm doing too much, or I'm overdoing this Christian thing. And I'm telling you right now, the right people will find you. The right people will find you. Okay? Because I'll tell you right now, you want to be the person that influences others to follow Christ. You do not want to be the one that gets influenced to follow the world. You want to be around people that you can build, and you also want to be around people that iron sharpens iron, right? People that will increase your walk with Him, that will guide you, that will mentor you, that will literally do things that will get you closer to Him. And somehow, some way, I don't even, like I said, I don't remember if I prayed to him about this, but all I know is I'm just living my life, and God has been putting me in the path of just God-fearing people, women, men, even kids. I'm talking like teenagers that are on fire for God. And it's just so beautiful to see, because all you're going to be doing is trying to be cool around people that don't really matter. Because when you really think about it, everything is vanity. None of this matters. Read the book of Ecclesiastes. Read the book of Ecclesiastes. None of this matters. I'm telling you, when I realized this, but when I really, when it really registered to me that none of this matters, everything, the only thing that's inevitable in this world, the only thing that's guaranteed is that we're going to literally go back to this earth. We're going to perish. That's the only guaranteed thing in this life, that we are going to perish. So you are doing all these things to impress people, and then what happens when you perish? These people are not going to come with you. When you stand in the in the judgment seat, they're not going to be next to you saying, "Oh, I'm the reason why she did that. Please spare her. It's my fault that she's doing this or he's doing this. Spare him." No. You have to recognize your flesh is going to testify against you, because you are focused on the opinions of man. Psalm 119 says, I can't remember which specific verse, it says, "Deliver me from the oppression of man, so I may follow your precepts." This is something that you should be meditating on every single night. Deliver me from the oppression of man, so I may follow your precepts. And that's something I've been working on myself, because I feel like certain things, I don't know, I guess maybe I'll talk about it in another video, but just realize that your fear of missing out is not going to get you anything. The people that you're trying to attract by living worldly are not the people that you need to be around anyway. But even if you are trying to be around these people, you need to influence them to come close to God, not the other way around. Okay? If they choose not to be around you or be friends with you because you are so on fire for God, that means that they need to go. It's either they need to go, or you need to work, figure out a way to get them to come to God. But I'm telling you right now, some people don't have to be in your life forever, and that's okay.